March seems to be a pretty big month in terms of Black Ops 4 content, as we can guarantee 2 separate content drops as of now in the Shamrock Awe Event that'll likely be dropping next week on PlayStation, as well as the Ancient Evil Zombies experience that'll be dropping at the very end of the month. And both of these updates are going to be pretty large given what we know about them so far. And with that, we can confirm that at least one title update will be coming to BO4 this month. And the next patch due up in the lineup is the 1.14 update or 1.14 update. So today, we're going to be breaking down everything that we know about our next patch, and as of right now, it seems like we're going to be getting a lot of cool stuff here in the very near future. What's up guys, Zach or Immortal here, welcome back to the channel and thanks for stopping by. Today, we're jumping back into the world of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to take a look at the upcoming 1.14 update and everything that we know about it as of right now. Before we do jump into all of that though, if you are new here to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with all of the latest Black Ops 4 news, leaks, rumors, and information, I'm always covering all of that and then some on a daily basis, so by all means consider subscribing with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video gets uploaded. And of course, if you guys enjoy this video, feel free to drop a like on it as it does really help the channel grow. Now without further ado, let's break down everything we currently know about the 1.14 patch. For starters, let's talk about when the 1.14 update could be coming to Black Ops 4. As I mentioned in the intro, we've got 2 guaranteed content drops coming in the next 3 weeks, with Shamrock Awe, a brand new mini event that'll likely mirror our previous Barbarians events, and also the release of the next Zombies experience dubbed Ancient Evil, which could even be accompanied by the new Blackout Redacted event and a map update there, and we'll definitely get to that later on in the video. But for now, with both of these updates already on the horizon, the only question left is which update in specific the 1.14 patch is going to release with, and personally, my bets are on sooner rather than later. Shamrock Awe in previous years has always launched on the Tuesday before St. Patrick's Day, and with St. Patrick's Day falling on Sunday, March 17th this year, Tuesday, March 12th is when we will likely see the Shamrock Awe event introduced to the game, and thus Tuesday, March 12th is the most likely date for the 1.14 patch to go live in my opinion. And since it's really the biggest topic so far today, let's briefly focus on what exactly Shamrock Awe will introduce to the game alongside our next title update. Like I said, it's assumed that Shamrock Awe will be another mini event similar to the Barbarians event, which introduced 25 new tiers to the black market contraband stream, filled with various things like calling cards and gestures, but also items like the Road Trip reactive camo and the Cap 45 DLC pistol. So one would only assume that the Shamrock Awe event would also bring to the game a new DLC weapon of sorts, which just so happens to line up perfectly with some recent leaks stemming from Reddit user Josh Woo Cool, who just so happens to be the same exact person who leaked the Cap 45 prior to the Barbarians event going live. And in this newest set of leaks, we can actually see some in-game files and even some little trailer videos pertaining to the Mini 14 sniper rifle, which was actually briefly teased at various points throughout the Grand Heist reveal trailer, as well as the Demolition Hammer melee weapon, which could also be spotted in the trailer at different points too. So with that, we can assume at least one of these weapons, the Mini 14 sniper or the Demo Hammer melee weapon, is most likely going to be included within the Shamrock Awe event contraband stream. And if we don't end up seeing both of these included in those roughly 25 tiers or so, I would expect at least one of these weapons to be introduced via the tiers, and perhaps the other one via a triple play bundle. Now moving on from Shamrock Awe, there was actually still a lot of stuff that we already know about the 1.14 update, including some various gameplay related updates coming to all 3 modes across BO4, and also even more new content as well that we'll get to here in just a moment. But focusing in on the new features that we know of for now, thanks to senior game designer Matt Scronce responding to a Reddit post a few days back, we know that in the next patch, aka the 1.14 patch, we'll finally be able to use gestures and sprays during the victory screen of a Blackout game. A Reddit user named Don't Pull My Finger, side note great name, posted a thread stating that emotes should be usable after winning a match in Blackout, to which Matt responded saying, quote, "You'll be able to interact with the gesture wheel at the victory screen in Blackout soon, should go live with our next patch," end quote. Obviously, this is not some huge feature or anything that is going to be, incredibly groundbreaking in a sense, but when it comes to the game, it is going to be nice that emotes will have a little bit more value, at least in Blackout. And while we are on the topic of Blackout, and I guess Matt Scronce too, he also responded to another Reddit post regarding the longevity of the Hot Pursuit limited time mode in Blackout. Matt actually addressed 2 things of importance for the 1.14 update here. Firstly, saying that limited time modes would actually be getting their own win tab in the win column, and also that Hot Pursuit isn't going to be going anywhere, at least as of right now. Which to me is actually kind of interesting because prior to checking out this post, I was going to mention in this video actually the possibility of the hardcore mode coming to the game with the 1.14 update, since once again according to Matt, this time via Twitter, the mode was actually being playtested last week at Treyarch. But having two different limited time modes available within Blackout at the same time is something that we really have not seen happen in the past, so I would say with the 1.14 patch, we likely won't be seeing any new Blackout limited time modes introduced into the game, but hey, you never know, they might surprise us, and if that's the case, I definitely would not be one to complain there. And then the last thing for Blackout as of this video before we switch into multiplayer and eventually zombies for what we know about the 1.14 update, the Grand Heist roadmap does say that some new equipment is planned for Blackout sometime in the near future, most likely in the form of Zero's EMP disruptor grenade at the very least, so that is also a possibility to come to the game as well, but once again no direct confirmation has been set there quite yet. Now shifting focus into multiplayer, first things first, of course we're going to have the Shamrock Awe Event come to the game presumably on March 12th like I mentioned earlier. And on top of that, we are going to be seeing another Black Market refresh and also another featured playlist update come to the game at that point too. And while the Black Market refresh most likely won't be anything too crazy, the playlist refresh on the other hand could actually be very important pending what Treyarch decides to implement to the game. According to the same Grand Heist roadmap that I just referenced, Infected, Barebones, Prop Hunt, Fracture, and some other various new modes are planned for release during Operation Grand Heist's lifespan, and I'd say it is very likely we'll be seeing at least one of those core 4 modes added to the game with the 1.14 patch. Now, of all those game modes on that list, Infected you can clearly see is listed first. However, the only mode that has been mentioned out of those core 4 at least since the roadmap was released is that of Barebones, which multiplayer developer Tony Flame recently confirmed on a Treyarch livestream would indeed be a no specialist game mode that would be coming to Black Ops 4 sometime soon. However, sometime soon is as detailed as it gets when it comes down to an actual release date there. But I would definitely say it is likely nonetheless that we will be seeing another new game mode added into the multiplayer portion of Black Ops 4 next week, at least on PlayStation 4, and then of course the following week on Xbox One and PC. Continuing on, League Play could also see some updates with the 1.14 patch, as Matt Scrons did also tweet earlier this week regarding some potential League Play rewards coming to the game outside of gems and overall rank. A user by the name of the Sacred Shrimp, once again a great name, tweeted Matt asking if they had any plans on adding in cosmetic rewards in the future, to which Matt replied saying, "Can't provide specific details yet, but the team is actively discussing and working on improvements to the World League hub." And really, I just take this tweet as, yes, it's coming, but we just can't officially announce it yet, so I would be on the lookout for that as well. Finally, switching over to Zombies content, the upcoming in-season updates detail that the Helcatraz Gauntlet and new elixirs are on the horizon, alongside a slew of quality of life features, including host migration, server pause, and also split-screen pause. However, a release date has not been set yet for any of those aforementioned additions. As I did mention earlier on in the video, we do know the Ancient Evil DLC map will be arriving at the end of the month, most likely on March 26th for PlayStation, and then on April 2nd for Xbox and PC, with that information coming from the Xbox version of the Grand Heist roadmap, stating that the redacted experience would be coming in April. However, the PlayStation version of that same roadmap says March, thus we can decipher those release dates relatively easily. And with the Ancient Evil Zombies experience launching at the end of the month, roughly 2 weeks after we're assuming the 1.14 update will go live, that then poses the question, are we going to get another title update at that time? That would of course then be the 1.15 update or 1.15 update, accompanying a major Zombies update. And maybe, just maybe, we have stumbled across the grand plot scheme for this month's content drops. I mean, having the 1.15 update launch alongside a Zombies map kinda makes sense, and it's definitely a Treyarch thing to do if you ask me. Either way, when we are a little closer to the end of the month, I'll definitely be making an everything we know about the 1.15 update video as well, as more details are released regarding that in the coming weeks. With that being said though, that does effectively wrap things up for today. Of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like on it as it is much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with everything Black Ops 4 related, definitely consider subscribing with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll never miss another video. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.